Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Teaching Tuesday. I am here with a very special guest today, Miss Scherolyn, fellow dial coach. Yay! I swear I need like a little audio track in the background with the crowd roaring.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm so glad that you joined us on this Teaching Tuesday. Um, And she's actually here to discuss something that we hear a lot about. You know, it's a hot word in our community and even in business, and that's your niche, right? So we hear it so much, and sometimes we may not really necessarily know what that is or what that entails. So I'm excited that Miss Sherlyn is here to teach us. I told her I'm going to be her student today as well. Um, so I am excited. And Miss Sherlyn, you can definitely go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to share this out to my Facebook page. I'm new to that techie type of thing. But I'm Scherolyn Leggett. I'm the owner of Essence of Expression. And you've probably seen my name, my logo out in these AI streets for the last few months because it's just sort of taken over my consciousness. It is what we do these days. So I wanted to sort of start with my journey through figuring out who I am and what it is that I want to do. So I retired in March. And even before retirement, I was just sort of thinking um, about my income because you must. And although it was going to be um, fine. It was a salary that I'd lived just fine on before. I sort of liked where I was. So what could I do to help get me back to at least, baseline?
Gotcha.
What can I do on the side? So I found um, this digital business and was sort of working my way through. And while I was working about November, I said, I'm going to do all this stuff and build all these products and learn all these lessons. So by the time I retire, I'm there. I'm ready to roll. So I go through, okay, what I want to do. I want to help women create their side hustles. And then it moved to because of all of the bumps and the things that I ran into in trying to figure this all out on myself on my own. It went to helping women navigate the backside to understand email marketing. How do I make mock-ups? How do I make a Canva document? How do I all of these things? I kept wanting to move forward, but there was one more thing. There was one more thing. So that's what I wanted to help. And then I said, then it was like, well, I can't help every woman in the world do this. Okay, I'm going to help women who are like me, who are about ready to retire, who need to change their thoughts from what they used to do to this new thing that they want to do. That's what I want to do. And then it got down to where I am now because all of that was just saying, I want to help people build a solid foundation for their businesses so that they can start and move forward without all the bumps and hiccups because they understand all of these things from the beginning. But I know that most people are like me. I'm crafty. I can do one of everything. And I just want to do the things. I just want to make stuff.
Understand.
But to when you make it, you now have to offer it to somebody who might be able to use it. And the question gets to be, who is that? And how do I make sure that what I have to offer gets to the right person? And that's where the niche and the avatar come into play. So I'm going to just jump right into this quick presentation that I made for you guys because I think better um, when someone's talking to me, but I can also see what you're saying.
Okay.
So,
Before you jump right in, I
yes,
wanted to
ma'am.
just point one thing out that I love. And you stated something really important. What you help people with is making sure they have a solid foundation. And I don't think in the business world, I think that's a step that a lot of us skip over,
Yeah.
right? Especially when we're creative, because like you said, you want to do the thing. Like, ooh,
Yes.
I like to make something look nice. I like to make it pretty. I like to make it sparkle. You know,
All
for
of
a
that.
lot of us, that's the easy part of our job, right? Now, as you said, building that foundation, that administrative side. So it's that side that we have to kind of learn to fall
Mm-hmm.
in love with in a way.
Mm-hmm.
For me, one thing that helps me, I like making my emails look pretty. So I'm a creative and I'm gonna go ahead and showcase that creatively,
Mm-hmm.
so just you made a really, really solid point with building a foundation.
Right.
So, like I said, I'm gonna hop back off. Do
Okay.
you think?
Because I didn't even consider that I would be sending emails. Sending emails to who? So you also need that email list. What? I need lead magnets to be able to attract people to show them what I do. What? First, I have to know what it is, and then I have to build it. So those are the things that you get to as you're building that foundation. But the bottom rung of that foundation is knowing who it is that you're offering your products to, because it doesn't even matter who are you going to send the email to if you don't have a group of people that are interested in what you do. So that's what we're going to sort of look through and talk about this afternoon as I go into full screen mode. So we're going to look at the niche and the avatar and making sure that we're targeting the right person when we send out our product. So this makes our advertising efforts so much easier. So what I'm going to look at is a person who is a brand new fitness coach. They're brand new out of the box. And what I sort of walk that person through in my head is determining, so you're a fitness coach, what type of fitness coach? Are you working with people who are new to fitness and just need your assistance? Are you going to be working with someone who has been into fitness for a minute, but they've plateaued? Are you going to work with someone who just needs the food part of it and getting their diet correct, fixed? So all of those things are within, I want to be a fitness coach, but where are you going to be targeting your efforts and making sure that you offer your product to the right people? That's why it's important that you define your niche and create your avatar. So what is a niche? Your niche is that sweet spot. It's that special group of people who have a problem that you know how to solve. So they're the corner of the world who, in this case, are looking for a fitness coach for whatever reason. And we're going to talk about it in a little bit. But the focus is trying to find, instead of trying to help everyone who needs fitness, is to find the person that you actually want to help. Although I know how to do 1,000 things, I'm going to focus my attention on this group of people. And when I do my putting myself out there, when I go on Facebook, when I go live, when I do my content pushes to Instagram and Facebook or whatever, I'm talking to that person and I'm showing myself as being an expert in a specific area. I'm building trust for a specific target audience. And that makes my advertising a lot more efficient because it's doing this instead of I want to help everybody get fit. So now the avatar is also a very powerful part of what it is that you're going to do here. So your avatar, I was on a live the other night and I made the comment about avatar and the lady was like avatar because she's thinking maybe like a video game and there's a person that is a representative of you that is in the game while you're out here doing the controls. Or if you're on your phone and there's an avatar who moves with you and talks with your mouth, a representative of you on your phone. And it's basically the same thing. So an avatar is a representative of the person that you would like to serve. And you have to take time to identify what that person looks like in only because only when you know who it is and what they look like can you create content and products that stop them in their tracks and make them want to stop and hear you and see what you have to offer and perhaps purchase. So you have to understand who they are, how old is the person, what gender is the person. So it's not all women. It's in this case a 35-year-old woman, working mom. She has two kids, and think about what are the values and the interests and the lifestyles that go along with a person who is of that age with kids and works and doesn't have any time to exercise but feels the need to. Think about all of the things that are important to that person. What are the challenges that they face? And when you're creating products and services and advertisement, you can move it right into talking to Sarah, a 35-year-old mom with two kids, wanting to stay fit, but only having 20 minutes of exercise a day. Now, that's a very specific from I want to help everybody stay fit. It brings you right into exactly who it is that you want to talk to. Oops. So when you focus on that right person with the right product, you've identified that product. I recognize that busy moms like Sarah struggle to find time to exercise. Their primary challenge is time. So my product, as the new coach, I have a 15-minute at-home workout plan for busy moms, specifically designed for people like Sarah. And then I'm going to craft a personalized marketing campaign that's directed at busy moms to help them squeeze in 15 minutes of exercises. You don't need any equipment. This is how you come from, I want to help everybody, to I want to help this person. This is my product, and this is how I reach her. So that is your avatar and your niche and your avatar and how it helps you to create the right content for the right person. So the real world benefits of it, it gives you a better connection because your message resonates with the right person. Are the other people going to see it? Sure. And can they stop and purchase it as well? Absolutely. But you're definitely going to get the mom who is on her phone and she's scrolling. I can't see myself, but I've got my phone up in front of me. The mom who is scrolling and she sees busy moms and she stops. Or I'm on TikTok, busy moms, and she stops. That is the thing that you're aiming to do by the right product, the right message with the right people. So it hopefully is going to increase your conversion rates. You get enough people to stop and take stock of you and what you have and what you do and come to your site. Hopefully they're going to click a few buttons because you have some products there that are solving their pain points. So the whole thing that you're doing is putting the right thing in front of people who are already looking to buy that. So you're, like I said, positioning your product and yourself in front of the people who already want to purchase from you. It helps you make your marketing very efficient when you have a very targeted view of who it is that you're going to be talking to. So just very quickly, as I'm getting ready to wrap up, we're going to define our niche and our avatar. Identify your passions. It starts with what do I know how to do and what do I like to do? I know how to do a lot of things, but how do I bring it into something that I really like to do, that I have found that people are looking for, that's going to be beneficial, finding that intersection between what I like to do and what people's pain points are. Identify the group who need your solutions, such as working moms who need fast workouts, and then create that avatar. Create what she actually looks like in her day-to-day life. Where does she shop? What time does she shop? Is she on Amazon, or is she going into the stores? What are her values? What are her pain points? You need to create all of that thing, write it down on a sheet of paper. It's not just out here, oh yeah, she's this. Nope. Put it in a document where I and understand who it is that you're selling to. And then develop the product. Develop the product that's going to help her, and then develop the content to show her how it's going to help her. So I was talking about how you can't make a one size fit all. So if you look here at the niche, you've got fitness for busy moms. Sarah, who's a working mom, my product is a 15-minute workout, and my marketing message is that it has saved time saving benefits. I could have marketed to people who want healthy meals. So my avatar is John, who's a 40-year-old office worker. This is an office worker who isn't very, might, work out, but my food is not helping me get anywhere, and I don't cook. So I do 30-minute meal kits, and I'm marketing it as health and convenience. What if my person niche had been seniors who want to do yoga? And my avatar is Martha, who's a 65-year-old retiree. My product is that I offer gentle yoga classes, and it's for improved mobility. So I can't offer 30-minute meal kits to Martha because she can probably cook. That's not her thing. So offering her 30-minute meal kits for health and convenience is going to be a waste of my time. I can't offer gentle yoga to Sarah because she's got 15 minutes and she doesn't want to improve mobility. She wants to get fit as quick as possible. So that's why our niche and our avatar are important with creating the right product and marketing it correctly to the right people and moving our businesses forward. So in conclusion, um, focus is what is important. Target the right audience with precision. And I've been saying it over and over. The right person with the right product and the right message is what's going to help us move forward. We create products that solve problems. That is what we're here to do, is solve problems. And we craft our messages to help the people that we're searching for find us with the right product. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my message, but I wanted to share one more thing with you. So was sharing that you now create content. Can you still see my screen?
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. You now create content based on what it is that I offer and to the right person. So this is could be a Facebook post. This could be an Instagram post. You could change this to be a TikTok post. And when a person is scrolling through, what she sees is busy mom, and that's me. So she stops and she says, here's how to fit a workout into your busy day. So that's your hook that stops the person that you are searching for. Other people can stop, but I want her to stop, and she does. And when she does, this is could be the caption that goes along with that picture. Hey moms, do you ever feel like there's just no time for fitness between taking care of kids, working, and everything else? I get it. That's why I created a 15-minute at-home workout plan designed just for busy moms like you. No equipment, no long hours, just quick, effective exercise that you can do while your kids nap or play. Get stronger, feel energized, take care of you in just 15 minutes a day. Ready to try it? Click the link and grab my free workout plan and start today. And call to action, share it with a mom who needs a quick workout. So that is sort of my conversation in a nutshell. I'm going to stop sharing. Um, this, excuse me. I forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, basically my conversation in a nutshell. Yeah, this is one of those conversations that um, you don't hear necessarily until you're ready to hear it. It is while I'm doing all the things, I'm making my products, I'm doing my prompt guides, I'm making my GPTs. That's the sexy stuff. That's the fun stuff. We all like that. But now that I have it all, somebody needs it, right? And we need to determine who it is, and how my product helps that person. So that is my spiel on niches and avatars. And it is sort of where I'm headed with my coaching business, because the niche that I've chosen for my coaching business is sort of large. It's
Mhm.
helping retirees, people who are approaching retirement, to understand these new types of services that are out there, because it's new and different, and I don't even know that they all exist. But none of it works if we don't start from the bottom. So I moved on and on and on, and now I had to come back to the beginning and try to figure out all of this niche stuff. And what I'm doing now is trying to help people see it from the beginning. So
Mhm.
you're going to start to see from me more posts that are talking about niches and avatars. And then there's going to be some education, the other things that I do, but I'm going to be helping people to build foundation.
And I love that because, like you said, you're bringing it full circle, right? So, when we first step into this entrepreneur space and you hit something so important, we think that, okay, we basically have this vision of ourselves, right? If we're of a certain age, we're supposed to be a certain place at a certain time. We're supposed to be at a certain point in our life, right? We enter into this new digital space and we are like newborns in this space. We're trying to figure out what this is, how do we function, what is it about, and a lot of us come into it because of, it's shiny, it's new, it's
Mhm.
sparkly. Like,
I
ooh,
did.
I want to make something nice, I want to make something pretty. And what we don't realize is really and truly over the conversations that I've had with others in this tribe and just other entrepreneurs, even on the outside, is that first real year of your business is learning. It's learning, it's taking the classes, it's showing up to the Zooms, it's participating in the groups, it's learning, it's literally education because you're trying to funnel in all this information and that you can at one time because one, you're excited, two, you see things that you can do.
Yes.
So you're like, okay, I need to get the knowledge on that. I need to get the knowledge on that. I need to get the knowledge on that. And in the meantime, what you don't realize, as Scherolyn pointed out, you're building your foundation. And it comes to the point where I think we've all hit it, where we've taken enough classes. We're like, okay, I have taken enough classes. I think I have enough in this brain. And now it's starting to apply. And I think when we start the applying part, it becomes a challenge because now it's like, okay, well, what do I do with it? Right? Where do I go from here? You know, you hear people make these beautiful affirmation journals and these, fantastic calendars. And so, I mean, just so many products like this. It's amazing the things you guys create. And they're like, okay, now what? And with Scherolyn helping you identify your niche, what I love about it is you brought it down to a product level, right? So overall, the person's focus is health and wellness. That's the overall scope. However, every product that that company created was geared to a different customer base. Yes, they were still in a health and wellness spectrum. However, this particular person liked meal prep. This particular person liked yoga. The same thing is even in our space. We're still creative. We still have a target audience, but our products are geared towards a specific person. So, for instance, you know, when it comes to me, if I hear someone in a class and they're saying, oh, I'm having a difficult time with a certain skill set, such as Canva, I'll go ahead and be like, you know what? I can create a class on this to help people understand it better. So I love the niche marketing. Um, and really, I think it'll be beneficial for us creatives to see exactly how we can take one product and really identify who it belongs to.
Yeah.
I think it goes further than that. As what Scherolyn has really um, put a spotlight on is once you identify your niche, um, you can take one product and build it, break it down into several products. I mean, you had a meal plan, you had a workout plan. Even though you had a particular group, you had subgroups within that group, and everybody had different needs. So yeah, I'm guilty of that being in this space. You know, we see all these, we could do a prompt guide, we could do meditation and so forth. And even though we might break it down to a certain extent, I don't think we dive down deep enough or really look at you have one product, but it's not really one product. It's it's a starting point
It has
where
layers.
right, there's layers, there's levels to what you really have. So you're not really all over the place like, okay, this week's prompt guides, next week is PLR, and next week it's, YouTube TV, and the next, you're all over the place, but you're not focusing on who your niche is. And I think that's the key point with whether you're seasoned or you're a newbie, is that you have to remember who your audience is and not that you're going after the latest product. If the latest product can serve your niche, then
Right.
that's great. But if it's just something that you feel is, you got the shiny-isms and you
Mhm.
just going for that, you're gonna have a harder time surviving in this space.
I agree. I agree because, like you said, there are so many, new things out here. And I think really and truly, finding your niche is really a self-assessment of self too, right? So you need to know who exactly it is you want to talk to. Who is the person that if your avatar of a person was to sit in front of you right now, what would that conversation consist of? What could you talk on and on and on about that you're passionate about?
That's what I was writing down so I wouldn't forget to say it, is aligning it with what you love to do. With Even though this person loved to help folks become healthy, he found that he or she found that they had an audience in the single moms. But I could also have a passion for meal prep. So that means I can't focus the one product to both. I may have two products. So
Mhm.
I may be good and fantastic, but I have to understand targeting my product here. This is what I need to say. Targeting my product here. This is what I need to say. There's nothing to say that the person doesn't develop. Because my my avatar may change and develop, and what I need to offer her may need to change and develop. And so the whole, just like I was talking about how I rolled through finally getting to what is my thing,
Mhm.
everyone will do the same thing. So you're not gonna pick a thing and live there forever.
Right.
You're gonna learn, and you're gonna grow, and you're gonna change as the world changes, because AI is changing everything for all of us. No one's doing is going to be doing what they did 5 years ago, 3 years ago,
I mean, I can even say just a couple months back,
a couple months ago.
right? Because some of the classes that I've taught on some of these platforms, the platforms have since changed. They have new, elements and things that you can use and work on. So basically, those classes, they're obsolete. Yeah, there's still the main basic functionality, but like you said, everything is going to continuously evolve.
And you
So even when it comes to our target audience and, our niche, that's going to evolve, it's going to grow because the demands of the market itself is going to change. And like you said, yes, your focus may be a stay-at-home mom or a fit mom or, but again, there's a whole different bunch of subcategories a stay-at-home mom will fit under. Is it a
right.
stay-at-home mom where she homeschools kids? Does her kids go to a regular school? So once you start breaking it down,
Yes, absolutely.
you start giving it an identity. And I think that is so needed in order to know who it is we need to market to and target our products and properly target our products.
Absolutely.
So, Bean, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I have a question for Scherolyn. You may have said this at the beginning, but I remember when we were, was it a mindset or was it Etsy class? I remember when you mentioned Avatar and Karen, she she reacted to that term. I
Mhm.
reacted in my head because I'm familiar with the word avatar, and it has in AI space and other spaces so many different meanings. And my question to you is how you are addressing that as far as how an avatar, and I'll explain where I'm going with this. At the beginning of the year, um, there's a woman by the name of Jai Stone. You might see her in
Mhm.
our group every once in a while, and she did a class on avatars. And at that time, I was thinking about creating a GPT to create avatars for faceless videos, so people can use that. That became a thing last year, more prevalent. People like, okay, you don't want to show yourself. Here's an avatar that you can use, and it can be anything. It can represent a fitness industry. It can represent, people in a book club, whatever. So anyway, when she did the class, she went so deep, and I'm not saying she did deep in a bad way. She went so deep that it, the avatar, the visual representation was just one component of it. She was talking about how the avatar can be a vocal representation and so forth. Outside of that, I always understood avatar as a representation in a game, still a facsimile of you, but it still represents one ideal or belief or so forth. So going forth, when you're using the word avatar, how are you bringing people in that think like me or haven't heard the word, well, they've heard the word but don't have a clear understanding and understand how you're using it?
And thank you very much. And I mentioned exactly that when we started out. That when I started to talk about Avatar, that there was a lady in our class that was saying exactly what you said. She didn't understand what I meant by Avatar because she's used to an avatar on the game, as you said, or an avatar that you have on your phone that is a moving head and his mouth moves with you. That is what she said, was thinking. And you answered your own question because the avatar is a representation of your person, of the people that you want to serve. So they are sitting over here to the side as a representation of a 35-year-old mom with two kids and no time to work. These are the people that I'm trying to serve. She shops on Amazon. She um, uses in her spare time. She's on TikTok. She is can't watch long videos on YouTube because she doesn't have the time. She pops into Instagram. This is the representation of the person that I want to serve. And I need to know, just like Jai ended up with an avatar that you could see that moved, this is my person over here. And she's a live representation of who I want to reach. Now, what I had not thought about is that people would not connect this avatar to what they know the avatar to be. So that's a piece that I need to go back to and make some connections between this is what you think an avatar is, this is what I'm talking about, and there's actually the same thing, but it's not a physical moving body that you see. It's an internalized person that you have created and you are creating to or creating for.
I think the way that, again, we coming in at the back end, the way that you were illustrating the avatar made sense because you started laying out who is my target audience and these are the products I'm going to connect with this person. And then you created I'm assuming you created the avatars like, here's the busy mom. So you see someone that looks like a busy mom. And in my mind, I'm making the connection. That's the avatar. And now you're going to explain, here's the products that go with this particular avatar. And I believe as you went further into our conversation, you said that avatar may change based on the need. So it may not be the busy mom that you're talking to at this point in time. It may be the person that's the meal planner, but they also have a busy lifestyle, but you're not talking to the busy mom because they have specific needs that require them to have the meal planning GPT or whatever services that you're offering as well. Am I correct in that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm not a big conversationalist, Michelle.
It's all good. No, but you know what? One thing that I definitely appreciate with Dean is he will make you think of it from both sides of it, right?
Yes, I appreciate that.
So, because as you were also presenting, I was thinking, well, and we discussed it, where what if you don't know who your target audience is? What if you have no idea who your avatar is? You just went ahead and you created these products that resonated with you, and now you're at the point of trying to figure it out. So I know sometimes in a perfect world, we have all these answers already figured out for our business, right? But the thing about it is, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes we actually have to work backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say working backwards, it's okay, you've created a product or you know what you love to do, but you may not know how to take that and now relay it effectively to the audience that you need to connect with. So, is there a way, Scherolyn, that you could have people possibly, create their own avatars, help them create their own avatars?
Why, yes, there is, Michelle. So I am working on a GPT, y'all. It'll take too long to show it in this course, in this class, but so what it does is, number one, helps a person to understand what their niche is. So you just type in a paragraph. I want to help women who are at change of life, retirement age, want to start a side hustle, and don't understand the ins and outs of digital marketing. You just say it the way it's in your head, because that's the point, is that you don't have the specifics. So with that GPT, you share what's in your head, and it tells you, just like I was talking about the guy, which is how I got there. I went to my GPT and I had it help me build it out. What do you want to do in fitness? Do you want to work with new people? Do you want to work with stable people? Do you want to work with meal prep? What are the things and the phases of a person's life that you want to actually focus on? And you're able to pull, actually, you don't have to say, I want that one. You can pull from all of them to build, this is what I want to do. And it will give you a statement to say, this is the niche based on what you said. and you're able to work with the GPT to get your niche to exactly what you want to be. Now that's one, I'm going to give you guys that. I'm going to send it to Michelle so she can send it out to the people who were here today, just to help it with your niche statement. So the next thing that the GPT can do is, now I want to build my avatar based on who I said I wanted to help. It will ask you some things about the avatar, and then it will build it out for you. You get to pick and tweak your avatar to where this is exactly, it goes through literally everything, age, race, psycho, graphics, demographics, where do they like to eat? What do they watch on television? It goes through everything to get you the person so that you can advertise to that person. And then it gives you the content to talk to that person. It gives you um, uh, Instagram posts that speak to that person, which is how I got to the presentation that I showed you, the Instagram post. It gives you Facebook, it gives you TikTok, so that you can now, with your talents and your images that you've already created, go over to Instagram and create those posts using the words that it's sharing with you, because it's taking from what you said you want to do for the person you want to do it for. This is the information that will reach that person. So that is, it's almost finished. I met with Michelle, the GPT guru, to see does this make sense? Is it beneficial? And she thought that it was, which is why I'm sitting here talking to you. The conversation of niching and not so much the product, but the conversation of niching and avatars and being able to build it is huge, because if you can't, people are having problems with those little specifics. If you can get past building the niche and building the avatar and get to the advertising, which is where you want to be, that's the battle. So like I said, I'm gonna send you guys the um, building your niche section of that avatar, and then you're gonna see more information coming forward about the whole thing.
That just makes me so excited. That just makes me so excited.
I think that's what you're doing is amazing, because you're hitting a visual, and for those who are what's it, not auditory, but well, yeah, even those people as well. But I think it's the visual component that really ties everything together, as far as with the idea that you have, and for those who don't know how to put it together, I think that GPT is going to solve a lot of problems for those who are trying to find out what their niche is, or help them identify um, who they plan to serve, or who they relate to.
Yes. And just getting past the hard part, that stick gets a lot of people stuck right there. You can't really move forward. I can't create the right content because I haven't identified who my person is. So we shall see where this goes. That's my thought, because that was my problem. That was my pain point. How do I don't know how to create the right stuff for the right people, because I hadn't identified my person. And
I think that's a pain point for a lot of us. I know Kim wrote in the comments talking about, oh, that is awesome. It took me over a month to create my avatar. And I think that's because, it's easy for us to get a generalized idea of who may want to purchase it. Like, I think that's the kind of mindset we're in before we really start getting to the technical business side. Is like, okay, well, who would want to buy this type of thing? Not realizing that there is an actual science and rhythm to it, to, if you're going to do something nice and shiny, do it with a purpose and adds value to a person.
Yeah.
And I think when we start changing that intention and switching it up, we start operating from a whole different space in general. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Anybody else have any other questions or any comments?
Trying to look through the chat. Kimberly, marketing to your. What will confuse the audience, Kimberly?
I think that's when we were discussing earlier, you know, making sure that you have a target person that you're marketing to. You know, if you do too many things at one
Yes.
time, you might confuse your audience. I think that's where that had came in.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear.
This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
All right.
All right. Well,
Thank you
Scherolyn.
once again for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, I thank you for being here. I do. Very, very valuable information. I'm going to sign off for you guys over in Facebook land. So I thank you guys for joining me today and Miss Scherolyn, talking about niching and your target avatar. Chef's kiss. So if you would like to learn more, I will drop her information down below and she will see you guys later.